All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it. I'm going to go ahead and cover AMA, the last AMA response. I think it's AMA 53. Please forgive me. I had a very rough day today, a lot of personal issues um, going on. My lawyer called me today. We had a nice little conversation, but I'll have more details on that much later. I did just get back from my cruise. I had a great time, very relaxing. Um, and so, yeah, uh, life moves on, right? This video is just going to be a specific response to AMA 53. Um, I know some of you guys are out there and you're like, oh man, what a negative Nancy. But I'm not. I'm not really a negative Nancy. I'm really just a realist. First and foremost, my heart definitely goes out to those people, you guys over in Turkey. Is extremely unfortunate uh, events that the world is already changing dramatically, and these catastrophic events that has destroyed um, hundreds, if not thousands, of lives. It's crazy. It's very important that we respect life, and again, my heart goes out to those who and the family members that are devastated by the earthquake that hit. So please, for the rest of you guys, please stay safe out there. Life is very precious, and then it's up to us to make sure that we enjoy it the best that we can, and to be able to move forward with whatever hardships come our way. As far as the earthquake and death of family members and friends and family, um, I do not know how that feels. And again, my heart goes out because that has to be absolutely positively devastating. All right, I'm going to talk about AMA, the respond, just basically responding to AMA 53. You guys know how I do this. Basically, I don't even know why they call it an AMA. They really need to just call it a Holochain discussion. Um, it, they don't really answer any questions, and once again, they didn't. And I know some of you guys are out there like, oh, well, they just didn't answer your questions. No, they're not answering a whole lot of questions that a lot of us have. Um, Maybe they'll get to it. They said that they may get to it in the next AMA or the AMA after. But we all know how this goes. AMAs have been about every 3 months or so. So, we'll see. I'm not really surprised by that. I'm not upset or angry about it. It just is what it is. I did find something very interesting. Um, in the beginning, David Atkinson mentioned, he said he had a discussion, or he was talking with Matt Shooty. Now, this is the third time I'm hearing this dude's name. I saw somebody said on Twitter that he's part of the business development team, or whatever's going on. My girlfriend, she just got into understanding Holochain, and she was like, who is he? Isn't he the David guy? No, I'm like, no, that's not him. And so I went to AMA 15. So Holochain AMA 15. Now, some of you guys might not have gone back that far. I've watched every single AMA, and I had to do that because of, if I'm going to involve myself in a project or attempt to, I haven't really involved myself with the Holochain ecosystem. I would like to. That would be very fun, very great. But again, you just got to have the opportunity to be able to do so, and then also the right project, right? So anyway, uh, it was AMA 15, and it just so happened that Matt Shooty was talking about advertising and promoting it, and he was stating the same things that we were all saying. Like, he said this like 4 years ago, and we're still talking about it. And he was basically saying that, hey, promotion is great. Promotion is good. You need promotion in order to get people within the organization. But at the same time, you actually need a product to actually promote. So if you're promoting something that's not actually there, then it's not really there's nothing really you can do about it. So obviously that's that give and take. This the whole thing about you guys. For some of you college graduates out there, and same for me, I've gotten this all the time ever since I graduated. Yeah, I got my master's degree, but then they want experience. Well, some people, they got experience, but then they want a master's degree. Like, I don't know what y'all want. You're gonna have to balance that out. And the same thing with Holochain. They're gonna have to balance the promoting out of their product with it, which is Holochain, and be able to explain and be a little bit more transparent and what they're doing as far as, and again, I'm going to get into this a little bit later. I'm not going to make this really long because obviously I do have a lot going on in my own personal life, but it's one of those things to where you're just going to have to balance it out. And so I think Eric Harris Braun talked about that a little bit. I like when Eric Harris Braun talks. That's just me personally. When he talks, he just makes a lot of sense. I still don't understand why they didn't answer a lot of questions that I know have been sent in, but it is what it is. I say this every AMA, so I'm not even going to do a deep dive into that. But I have noticed that, Eric Harris Braun, oh, that's what I was going to say. So they said Matt Shooty, he's saying that he had a conversation with Matt Shooty. Now, that's the first time in a very long time that I actually heard his name come up in an AMA. So I'm guessing that it's true that he's back with the team. I love that guy. I'm not going to say love that guy. I don't know him personally. He could be an asshole in life. I don't know. But the thing is that he was one of those people that I listened to because he talked for hours. I think AMA 15 he was with the World Economic Forum, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, that was after. There was an AMA 15, and then I looked, he was talking, and then he was talking with the World Economic Forum about 4 years ago or whatever. So my point is that he is one of those guys, him and Arthur Brock, they talked quite extensively long time ago about the Holochain project. And Matt Shooty is one of the main reasons why I actually liked Holochain, or what it could become, because his analogies and his approach to things, I very much understood what he was saying. So hopefully, I guess Matt Shooty is back with the team. Maybe he never left. It feels like he left. Holochain, they did cut off a lot of staff. I guess to kind of concentrate on certain things. I don't know, but I do hope he's back. I think he'll be great for Holochain. Now let's go back to the Holo organization. We have to separate Holochain from the Holo organization and Holo, right? From Holo, right? And I'm hearing a lot about how Holo is, supporting Holochain, and there's a lot of confusion there. I will say this: I am very, very curious to know, because that is a business, it's an organization, that's a for-profit organization. People, look, you're gonna have to understand. There's a lot of people out there, and I'm about to chase rabbits. Let me stop right there. I'm just gonna stop for you guys. But with Holochain, with Holo, they have their organization. We're going to see how it goes. It seems like they're going to start to, in AMA 53, they basically, Eric Harris Brown, I believe it's Arthur Brock, was talking about how they're going to start, or American Macho, how they're going to start getting, what are those things called? Not reviews, but when they take a look at everything. Anyway, they got a lot of stuff to do with Holo, and they're gonna start doing those things with Holo. The words are gonna get to me. My apologies, you guys. But I'm personally excited. Congratulations to the Holochain team once again. They're in beta again. But Eric Harris Brown said that there's one beta and then there's two beta. The beta 2.0 coming out, and beta 3.0, 4.0. I don't know. Yeah, you guys know how I'm not a very technical person, which is another thing that I wanted to mention, because on Twitter, and I really don't want to get into this, but I'm going to get into it because I'm going to make another video explaining my point very deeply. On Twitter, I believe it was it Jesus, but he made a statement, and we just don't see eye to eye on Twitter at all, like at all. It's very hard to describe things on Twitter and explain yourself in a couple of words, and then you got people they're playing word salad, and we don't mean this and you don't mean that. It just seems to me that he has offended, well, not offended, but it seems to me that he belittles a lot of people who are not part of Holochain, and also not intelligent enough to understand the technology behind it. And I don't like that, because just because people don't understand the technology don't mean that they can't use it in a very significant way. This very phone that I'm using to record this video, in my next video I'm going to be making some points on my computer and different things like that, but it's doing my own streaming and stuff like that. But I don't understand the ins and outs of a phone. And this is the very same thing that Eric Harris Brown was mentioning in AMA 53. Like, he's saying, like, you don't have to understand all of the parts or a lot of what you're using. You can just kind of get together and use Holochain and develop something. And I like that. I really do like that. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't really that a lot of people underestimate, is the ability to be able to use it in a certain way, in a creative certain way. I guarantee you, people are already doing it. ChatGPT already came out, and people are already using it in very creative ways. Do they understand how AI works? Have they gone into the system and done certain things? No, they don't. They know that if they ask it a question or do something, bam, hit enter key or however it goes, and bam, it comes out and it spits out information for you. Same thing with the YouTube videos, TikTok videos, even Twitter, even Instagram. A lot of people are using these platforms and they don't necessarily know how the tech works. And so I don't like when someone tries to belittle someone else. And in this case, he was belittling me by basically stating that because I don't understand the technology of Holochain and Holo, that the projects can't be controlled, right? And how I was stating, like, the technology for cell phones are out there, right? But do the governments know that cell phones are out there? Absolutely. Can they control? Is it some of your personal data on there that governments can't access? Absolutely. Can they control the people? Absolutely. You can influence people to be able to do whatever you want them to do. And so you can have a tool and you can tell somebody, hey, this saw is only to be used to chop down a tree or to saw, let's say, saw metal or something like that. And someone said, well, you know what, why don't I use this on this tree? You know what, why don't I use this on this this stone here? And so people are going to be doing different things, but there are going to be very few people. And this is how governments work. Governments will say, hey, you know what, we want you to use this product, but this is how we want you to use it. And it's going to happen with Holochain. Holochain, like the governments, now I've stated in the past that governments are going to be blindsided. I now don't think governments are going to be blindsided because of the more information now that I have than what I did before. And there's a lot of rabbit trails that show, okay, like Holochain is in the background. Now, this is one of the things that I have to express to people. I don't understand. If there's anything that you guys know about me, is I don't understand deep tech at all. I really don't. You guys can make up words and be like, oh, but how is it that an individual like myself who doesn't understand tech, doesn't understand how it works, how Holochain works, but understands the possibilities of Holochain and what it can do? I tell you why. Because when you do research, when you're a CEO of an organization, Everyone honestly should be a CEO of their own lives by understanding, doing research, dibbling and dabbling in every little part of your life. Yeah, you're buying a car, but you need to do research. Yeah, you're purchasing a house, but you need to do research. Yeah, you're doing X, Y, and Z. You need to do research on these things. You need to dibble and dabble and be able to make wise decisions for yourself, for your future. And that's the same thing when you're looking at these projects. You got to be able to say, okay, let me look at the entire picture. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, yep, I like that. Do I understand it? No, but I get the gist. I understand what they're trying to do. Let me tell you guys something. There's a reason why I like the Holochain tech. Now, if there's another thing you should know about me, and this is something that has to be proven. I can't prove it to everyone. I can't prove it to a lot of people. But let me tell you something. I know business. I know organizations. I know governments. I know how they work. I really do. I know how people work. Okay? And so when someone tries to tell me that, oh, you don't understand the tech and it can't be controlled, that tells me that I am ignorant in the statements that I say. I promise you, this is something that has been true all throughout history. And my next AMA, not AMA, excuse me. Wow, man, I'm already trying to make an AMA for Holochain. No, I'm not with the Holochain organization. In my next video, I'm going to be discussing, and I'm going to lay out, and I'm going to show you guys proof of each and every single major, I should say, extremely intelligent individuals out there. And this is the main thing I want you guys to understand. Out of all the tech, out of everything that we have used, would you say that over time our governments have become less corrupt or more corrupt? I'll wait. I thought so. So all I'm trying to say is that I know people, I know governments, I know how life works, I know how the world works. If anyone has listened to my story, I've lived probably about 4 or 5 different lives in different areas of my life. Hopefully, I'm going to continue to grow as a person, as a human being, to move forward in my life. But let me tell you guys something. There's something called arrogance, and this is something that this is not just Jesus. He's not a bad guy. This is just a lot of people who are becoming zealots for Holochain, and you really need to, you guys really, I've made a video about this before. You really got to stop. You really got to stop. Talking about how people. Let me tell you something. This is another thing. Talking about how people are. Oh man, fiat currency is so bad, and oh yeah, you trash if you got fiat currency. Oh my god, oh, you trying to earn more for fiat currency. Whoo, my god, like you're evil. Oh my god, look at what you're supporting. Oh good god. Let me tell you guys something, okay? I'm gonna tell everyone that's a Holochain zealot that doesn't understand. I understand about mutual credit, and I understand where you're trying to go. I've seen the equations. I've seen what they're trying to do. I understand mutual credit. But here's something that I also understand. We all live in the world right now. And if you think that mutual credit is going to be something that just pops out of nowhere and that everybody's going to be using it, I'm already almost halfway through with my life. I'm almost already middle aged. So you're trying to tell me that waiting 15 to 20 years and by the way, just don't even try to get fiat currency. Fiat currency is not going to allow me to get my kids back or to have my kids. Okay, fiat currency is not going to allow me to a possibility to have a home for myself. Okay, that's not what fiat currency is not going to put food on my table. Okay, so fiat currency, mutual credit is not going to do all of those things. Fiat currency is what's doing it right now. And that's the important thing that we have to understand, is being able to have a proper transition, being able to have stores saying, hey, you know what? At Walmart, we have this mutual credit currency, and this is what we're doing. Bam, great, I got it. Okay, look, we got this mutual credit currency here, there's a lot of things when it comes down, because mutual credit is what Holo is trying to do, excuse me, is they're trying to break things down, break energy down into micro payments. And I like that, because what that does is it allows people to be able to transact in not only a faster way, but a more trusted way, right? And that's what we need in our society, because we live in a debt-driven society. And the more people start doing mutual credit, the more it grows. But I'm going to tell you guys something. That's not going to happen overnight. And so just because people are partaking in a world in which they don't have any choice to live, I would love to just, you know what? Go ahead. Freeze me and wake me up 50 years from now, and I can go ahead and move forward with my life. You know? Now I have mutual credit currencies. Yeah, by then everything will be done blown to pieces as far as fiat currency is concerned, and now I can move forward. That's not how this works. So I need you guys, I need a lot of people within the Holochain community, especially those who are mutual credit zealots out there. You really need to be more understanding that people are living in the real world right now and trying to figure out real problems and solve real problems in their current lives today. All right. So again, that's pretty much all I got to say. I am going to make another video pretty soon. I'm getting over. I lost my voice. Somebody was smoking something in the trees or whatever, and I was in it for too long. I was outside doing some work and stuff like that, and I was out in it too long, and I ended up losing my voice. Now my voice is kind of sort of coming back, so that's why I might sound a little bit different, but it's starting to heal. And just like in normal fashion, I'm gonna talk and be talking my ass off before it actually heals. But so yeah, it all in all, the AMA was another AMA. Congratulations again to the Holochain team, and I definitely we'll see what happens moving forward. But you guys have a wonderful day. As I always say, please do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. It is vital that you do your own research. And last but not least, above all else, everyone out there, please, please, please stay safe out there. Okay, you guys. All right. Bye, you guys.